Now, the rest of the story.
Well, could you believe that we had 2 foot of snow, I'd say about a week ago? And it's really been melting off. And it's really hard to do updates here lately because, quite honestly, that's all we're doing right now is taking care of cows and, you know, taxes and stuff like that. But 2 of my bulls that I bought last year, the one that I went there to buy and the one that, I mean, he wasn't the cheapest one at the sale, but I thought he was a deal. And both calving ease bulls. And for the size of some of my cows, first calf heifer right there. The calving ease was definitely what I was looking for last year. And we're also dealing with Ryan's bulls are in here with these guys too. Really threw a wrench into my whole cattle rotation for this year because it is the last day of January and just dumped in, well, my cow feed. I don't have any granular salt, otherwise I'd have that as a 50-50 mix, but they're out and I didn't want them to go without any longer than necessary. I go grab a few bags of salt, won't take too long. Cows are liking the mild weather almost as much as me. Well, I am, but not really. It's the warmer weather, as long as they're staying consistently warm, has been really nice on the cattle. Basically just because we're not getting really strong swings of, well, you know, above freezing at night or during the day, and then, you know, down to the teens at night, because we were getting down to below 0 at night. And as I was saying, without the weather fluctuating as bad as it was, you're not worried about the cows getting sick as they would if, you know, you're swinging, you know, 23 degrees daily. It's actually been staying right around 30. Getting up in the morning and it's might be 26, 27, but then like during the day it's right at 40, 43 right now, and actually really nice out, to the point where I'm starting to notice the ground is drying out around the buildings, and a light breeze and sunshine really does a lot for drying everything out. Only problem is it's January. We actually have a long ways to go yet before we can really start saying this is spring weather. But once again, back when I made this stuff, wasn't a whole lot of certainty when I made it, you know, that it was going to be really worth anything. But this is that reclaim, those 10, I got 2 bales left, that reclaimed ground from the lower end to the bottom, and it's essentially like corn fodder. The cows did go through, it did have a bunch of grass incorporated with it. They go through and they clean up the grass, then they're just laying on this, and this stuff has been out here now since, well, it's been 3 days. It's going on day 4 since this stuff has been out here, and it's staying dry, and the cows for the most part are doing really well out here. Bulls are in with the cows when really they should have been pulled out the 1st of January. Left them in because they're getting fed right along with my cows, and I was running off of the mindset that everyone should be pretty well bred. She just got bred last week, which is fine. She was one that had calved. Watch out, the cat's out here. She had calved back in October, if I'm remembering my numbers correctly, so I just would have preferred if she would have gotten bred back in, you know, December. So that's what it is. The cattle are going through the corn fodder and the hay really nice. They've actually slowed down in how much feed they're going through. Honestly, for being second cut reed canary that had been rained on, this stuff is still holding up well. They're not completely cleaning it all up, but the big thing is the cows are out here. They're not bawling. They're not starving by any means. I mean, the only time these guys were actually bawling this winter was when the water was full of manure. Somebody backed up to it when we had that cold weather and filled it up. So once I got that cleared out, we were all fine. And overall, I'm happy with how everybody looks. I got a couple in here that, well, I got 4 young, smaller heifers, which they are what they are. I mean, they're the ones that were down at my place in the heifer pasture. Also have, let's see here. I don't see them. I just do have a couple. Actually, I think she's one of them. That one. Of the bought heifers I had last year, because I did buy a couple that were in small groups, so like two or three, and there's two running around here that definitely seem like sisters. They got same build, same coloration. They almost have just a tint. They're almost like a tinge of orange rather than more red, and it seems like they are kind of behind everybody else. So be interesting to see how that all plays out. What I'd like to do, what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing here, I should have been doing it this afternoon. Other than my mess of a feeder or hay line feeder, I'm planning on moving the bulls into this section of the lot. I gotta get that is all blocked up. That was all water yesterday. Had that cleaned out. What I'd really like to do, I don't really want to do it because it's going to be a hassle, but put the bulls in here to get the bulls away from the cows. And then, oh, that's not one of them. Getting the bulls away from the cows for a few months and then putting them back in June 1st. Still be giving them their grain, because yes, they are actually getting grained right now. They're getting whatever the conversion is, but they're getting corn gluten at the moment. They're calving, I think it's March 27th is when they could technically start calving. And overall, I'm really not sure what my opinion is. I'm hoping for 100%. Planning for maybe 70% of them that are bred. And the mineral and everything I'm giving them is really to help them along, because over half of my group that I'm looking at right now are first calf heifers, and getting them bred to those calving ease bulls should hopefully ease my calving season for me. You can tell they're used to getting grain, because every time I come walking out here, they come running for me. She's one of my older cows that are out here. Reason actually, she's out of her, and her calf is currently out in the pole shed. I still have all my feeders. I say all of them. I only got what, 12, 13, 12, something like that. And I was planning on selling them the 1st of January or the 5th of January, and next year with the feed plan program that I'm doing, largely just creep feeding my calves while they're on the cows next summer to help supplement them along. The goal is to have my feeders a little bit bigger come January, so I'm not looking at selling them in March. But prices are good, and honestly, with the mild weather, we were dealing with more mud, granted over frozen dirt or frozen cow pies, but it makes the feed last a little bit longer, because feed prices, I guess, are super high too, as far as anybody that's trying to buy hay right now. I hear there's a lot of hay out in the country, but there's not a whole lot of people willing to sell. So you can definitely tell that they're used to me walking through them every day. But that's all I got for an update. Things start getting more interesting, I'll start posting more, but I can literally only post so many cow update videos. I just know how it is. Nobody really wants to watch too many of them. So, and yes, her horn here, if I can't do it, it's for aesthetic. It's not doing nothing. But you will actually believe my best steer that I had last year was actually out of this one. He was he's Homer. He was that red with the white speckle on his head. So a reason why I really had no desire to get rid of her. Granted, I'm going for a red group. I still got some black coloreds, and I got two. I got this one, and I got her right there. But as long as she can throw calves like him, I'm gonna keep her. So, oh well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to keep getting updates, which I'm hoping will pick up here in the upcoming weeks. Talk to you later.